XPReport.
Hey, this is, oh my gosh, actually, excuse me. Did we reformat this? If this is your first time here, we are a podcast about game news, all game news, both digital and analog. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. Sorry about that.
We're very professional. We've got a lot of fun things to chat about. So we've got things, Steam's changed how, well, not changed, but they've got some cool stuff going with wish lists. Got some stuff from a Blizzard, I'm not sure if we call it a dev, a Blizzard moderator, a Blizzard something, playing with fire at their job at World of Warcraft. God of War, Avatar Legends. We've got a few things to cover this fortnight. We do this fortnightly.
Yes.
So we've got some cool things. But yeah, out from that, what have you been doing the last 2 weeks?
It's more of the same. I introduced actually something new into my rotation of random things that I do on top of like streaming and doing my walks with my dog and all this stuff. I'm now playing a game once a week with our friend Noble, which some of you probably know already, where we just, we spin a wheel kind of similar to what I do on my streams, and we tackle some co-op games together, which has been fun. The only problem is that I don't think it's happening often enough, but I also don't want to introduce burnout because that is a real thing. Other than that, I'm just, trying to be as productive as possible and failing miserably at it as usual. Nothing else majorly new here.
We, me and you and a few other cool people, so Nina, Nicolaj, Noble as well, actually, and Diana Faye got to do a Highwinds one-shot last
that was
week.
So much fun.
So that's probably not coming out for a little bit. It's on the editing rack now, but I think that came out really well. I was really happy with that.
Yeah, I had a wonderful time doing that. I would love to do more. I'm still such a whelp when it comes to to tabletop stuff. So the more I can get my feet
love
wet,
tabletop, but goddamn, is it like hard to organize and time consuming, even though it's so fun.
Yeah, and I can definitely see that. I mean, just world building and lore building, I can't even imagine how much time that takes. And especially for you, someone like you, you're juggling 1.5 million things at once. So
that's self-inflicted.
Well, I mean, be that as it may, taking on something like a full-blown campaign, I can see being a pretty tough thing to do right now.
It's honestly the scheduling is actually the hardest part.
Yeah, I try to be
more so than anything else.
I try to be as flexible as I can be, being that I am probably the person that can be as flexible with the people that we're trying to get involved. But if it works out, it works out. If not, well, we'll keep.
I think it will.
Doing
we just need to put it down.
Yeah.
So. Outside of that, we for a few dragons got some cool things going. We have a release date for our puzzle game, which I think is the 26th of August. That might be the 25th for you guys over in the Freedom Lands.
Yeah, you say that. Freedom Lands. Cool. I didn't know that there was a release date, and I'm involved, kind of.
Yeah, you're doing some socials for us. That's really good. At this point, you're just, the guy that we call first.
Nobody else can see this but the YouTube watchers. Oh, and wait. Is Spotify doing?
Spotify.
Yeah,
Spotify do video now.
Oh, okay, never mind. Disregard.
They started that in our break.
Nice, of course. They're like, come back. We've got video now.
Kinda. It's cool. I like that it's been a good platform that they've sort of brought up. So anyway, let's get into some news. Do you want to take us off with the first topic?
Yes.
You play MMOs more than I do.
I don't normally play WoW. I have a couple times, but this really caught my eye. A Blizzard developer is what we'll call it, because that's what the article said, was fired as a result of using forbidden magics in a Mythic Plus dungeon. For those that don't know about that, that's basically like the super high-end dungeons that you can do, and it's all optional content where you can get exclusive gear from said dungeons that you wouldn't normally be able to get anywhere else. Basically, some normal players were in that dungeon. Time was running low. Somebody knew somebody at Blizzard. They come in. They use an insta-kill spell to wipe out the final boss before the time expired, resulting in them being let go and the players involved facing backlash too and consequences. So, yeah, was it worth it? I
get the person being let go. I don't know if the players should actually be like for asking someone to help. Like that's, I don't personally think that should be. Maybe the one person that asked, but to
right. My biggest issue is that like the problem is it devalues anything that they just gained from that dungeon, being that it's some of the hardest content you're going to be able to do.
Oh, everything MMO. They won from it should be taken away, but outside of that,
yeah. I don't know how many people were involved. It could have just been one person being like, "Hey, dude, like I've never beaten this dungeon. Can you please help?" You know, and then that being that.
Well, they also got the record because the people that do it the quickest or whatever gain the record and things like that. So there's a few other things around it, and like all that stuff should be stripped 100%.
Yes, absolutely.
But outside,
I went into
that,
a little bit deeper dive on this conversation outside of the podcast of like things like that. You know, this is something that messes with world firsts and world records and gear in general. Yeah, for sure.
So, interesting choice for people involved. It's definitely not worth it. I don't know why you would do it.
Well, I mean, now their reputation is just completely tarnished. Like, what are you gonna do now? Oh, well, people are gonna be people.
Yeah, I have a feeling the person who wanted to look cool in front of some people.
Oh, of course. Watch this, bro.
Yeah, you know how that feels.
I fail spectacularly. I look good in a terrible way. That's what happens. All right, next thing.
Steam wish lists are getting categories. Organize massive wish lists. Steam don't do things unless they think people need them. I was talking to Caitlin about this today, of like organizing your wish list and stuff. But because we're trying to buy a gift for someone, and it'd be good if it like had what they really wanted, not just the 107 things that they've got on there.
Right, and you can do like you can organize where they are on the list in terms of priority, but I think this is a much better solution coming out.
It is good, and because it's on the thing. But I feel like a lot of people, and maybe this will get used, but spending the time to categorize things and stuff, there are definitely going to be people that do it. But I think for a lot of people, it's just tell me when this game comes out. Press button.
Yeah. I feel completely targeted by this because my Steam wish list I just looked is sitting at 818 games, and I'd love to be like have a category that said it just looks cool to me, and that'll be that.
But I feel like I could look through my wish list right now, and I'd be like, oh, I'm interested in some of these. I want to move them back. But at the time of wish listing, I'm always like, oh, I really want to know about this when it comes out. Like my excitement is at the highest when I'm pressing that button.
Yep. And if you can press the add to wish list and immediately be taken to category. So plus category, and then maybe you'll be a little more mindful about how you feel about it. Because if you're going to say, oh, this is the most interesting thing I've ever seen every single time, then it's kind of diminishing the purpose. But I do think that this is a good thing for sure.
It's good to improve it. I think this, along with the personal calendar, I think is really going to help indie devs at least move the needles in the right way. Yeah,
I agree for sure. And then also being able to, I didn't know this wasn't a thing, being able to gift games with guest checkout. I guess that wasn't, you were only able to do gift cards with guest checkout. Now you'll be able to gift full games. I always thought
you could gift anonymously.
Well, I think that's different than
so I can gift anonymously, but it's from my account. Whereas now I can go on and just buy a game for someone, and not even be signed in.
Yeah, that's what I gathered from the article. Yeah, that you won't be forced to log in at all.
How do I
give your credentials? Boom.
They'll work it out. I can't imagine why I would ever do that, but
yeah, that's definitely more of
parents buying their kid a game,
or parents that don't game but their kid's been begging for it. They definitely be more apt to do it without having to create their own full account. I'd think
it does offer some things of like just probably those edge cases of like, all right, we've already got all the gamers. We need to get people that aren't gamers buying games.
How many people went to go look at this and then never completed it because they were met with a create an account?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think there's much more to go there.
No.
Steam keeps improving it. One thing I will add as like a side tangent is that like things like Epic and the EA Game Store, like they're so worried about like, oh, we're going to try and get exclusives. Like people will come to our store if we get exclusives or give away free games. It's like, no, it's all this other stuff that matters.
Oh,
It's actually caring about the platform, which all these other platforms don't.
Yep, you need a smooth, fluid, intuitive experience, and I do think that throughout the years,
I don't even think Steam's intuitive. I think they just like. I think there are a lot of times like I'm like looking around, like where do I like? I was doing it today. I was like, where do I find wish lists on someone else's page? Like, but they it's that they care about making these features.
Yeah, and I think they're constantly working on, even if it might not be an intuitive system right now, I think they're constantly thinking about that and making it better for everybody.
I agree.
Okay, next on the list, this is something I'm excited about, even having not experienced the full Final Fantasy VII remake so far. Final Fantasy XIV's FanFest EU just happened, which I did not have on the docket here because I made this before that. It was great. I watched snippets of it. The cosplaying was just mwah. Everybody did a wonderful job. They were showcasing it, letting people come out on stage and do a twirl or a dance or an emote or something, and then walk off. But they've announced a bunch of stuff coming out in the new expansion and coming. Again, I'm adding more than what I just put here because I've figured stuff out since yesterday. But first and foremost, Final Fantasy XIV, when Evercold comes out in January, the next expansion, they're adding a Final Fantasy VII Remake collaboration 8-player raid called Beyond the Lifestream, which should be incredible. They also showcased Tifa Lockhart and Barrett's costumes their outfits that you'll be able to purchase, I think, or earn maybe. I don't know. They've also talked about the remapped or redone battle system that's coming to the game. They showcased the new tank, the Bastion, basically a tank that uses 2 shields that have guns on them. Looks really cool. And then the other thing that I wanted to talk about that I just read while I was laying down last night was that they're addressing 2 housing system things coming up soon, which has been a huge issue for me. Basically, if you don't step foot into your home in the game that you've purchased for 45 days, it's gone and you can't get it back, which has been a really, really big problem. And it's kind of like fear-mongering in a way. Like you have to keep your subscription active in order to not lose your housing that you spent so much time on.
We take your stuff.
Yep. Which, as some of you may know, WoW introduced an instance housing system where you get your own house. You don't have to worry about bidding on land and all of this stuff, and it's been great. They said that they took inspiration from that. I don't like
instance housing. Just on a separate note, continue your thing, but
no, go ahead. Why not?
I think it being in world makes it feel more like part of the world.
I do agree with that.
It feels like, oh, well, this is the space that I'll come to and no one else will. And like, it doesn't feel.
So I don't know. Werns, we should ask Werns about their housing system because she knows. I think you can do like a neighborhood thing with like your friends and your guild. I'm not sure. But that's the problem I had with Palia when we played Palia. It's like you go through a loading screen and then you're at your house and Nobody can just come and visit you unless they're friends with you and you've given them permission. It's like you're never going to come across some amazing work that people have done because of that. And I do agree with that for sure.
The exploration of things is, I understand that it's logistically very hard to do that, but
I mean, other games have done it. Shoot, when I was playing Age of Conan, you went into a whole instance, and yeah, of course there was different ones, but it was a whole open map where you could freely build, and people could just wander in there. And
Star Wars Galaxies was that when you're on the server, you just picked a place on the planet to build.
Yeah, it's definitely not new, especially if we're thinking about survival crafters as well. I do think it's possible, and I'm hoping with the update coming to Final Fantasy that it still stays kind of the way that it is now, where it's you go to wards in, there's 30 some plots, and then you can freely go and look at everybody's stuff. I hope it stays that way. But they had announced two things. One, the UI for the housing system is very difficult and very not casual player friendly. And then they said there's a second thing that they're working on top of the UI, which they cannot announce yet. But they had mentioned that it was inspired by World of Warcraft. I'm hoping it is, hey, you don't have to log in and housing is infinite and there is no lottery system, because that's the way it goes. You have to put in a ticket to purchase a plot, and someone can beat you out for that, and it's just... Anyway. New changes and a bunch of cool stuff, and I like Final Fantasy 14 a lot, and I still haven't played all the content.
I'm not going to MMO.
Yeah, it's tough with all the games out now and all the things that you can do. There's so many other options. Paying a subscription fee is definitely a tall order right now.
Yeah, no subscriptions for me. Thanks. I'm getting rid of as many as I can.
Yeah. And that, I just canceled 14 for a month because, again, I'm not playing it. I'm doing other things. Like, I will renew it to keep my house, but I've got 45 days. I'm such a FOMO.
Not sad for you, but sad that that has to be the way that it is.
Yeah, I'm hoping that goes away. I really do, because if I need to take 6 months off of playing the game, I should be able to without losing everything that I've worked for.
At the very least, maybe you in a game that has specific plots and stuff, maybe you lose that and everything gets packed up, but you should be able to place it back down when you get another place. That
would be nice.
This is the same problem Dune had, is when everyone's houses got destroyed, and then they were like, "Oh, if you build another house, we've introduced all these features. If you build something, you can just put it away." But everyone had already lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
I've not played. So it's the incentive to come back was already destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah, they give you 80% of the money that you paid for it back, and you have a few days to log in to claim it, and then it's lost to the void. It's still okay, so you're going to demolish it for not logging in, and then you're going to force me to log in to claim what you've taken away, partially. Oh, anyway. Yeah, moving on, because I'll get all worked up and I'll just keep talking about it.
I liked Star Wars: The Old Republic. We had guild bases in that, and you could put all your crafting stuff and essentially make your own little hub world for your guild, which is really cool. And it was purely just you got to make the hub that you sort of wanted in the way that you wanted, in the design you wanted.
That's cool. Yeah, I never really got into the Old Republic. I played maybe for 2 days when it first came out, and then I never went back. And I should, because it's free to play. Good. For the single player campaign of it is really good, right? You can play it all alone.
If you play it as a single player game, you'll be oh, this is sick. The story's really good.
Okay, maybe one day.
I don't know if it's on your list of RPGs for stream.
It's not,
but it literally could be, because you can play it as a single player game.
Okay.
There'll be occasionally someone else running around, but they've done a lot of work on, if you just want to do the main story, there's enough XP boost kind of stuff that
you can get through it.
You can do that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to look into it for sure. And if it's not terribly long, I mean, I spent over 100 hours in Metaphor, so I don't know what terribly long even means anymore.
It depends. There's 8 stories you can go through.
Okay.
So there is your 8 4 classes on each side. There's 2. After you get through that base game part, the expansions kind of are the same for every class on Republic or Darkside. So there's kind of like 2 really large stories, and then 8 main game stories.
Okay. So we could at least go through 1 or 2, and
I think if you do a Republic character and a Sith character, you'll be pretty happy. Empire and a Republic. I think you'd get majority of the experience.
Nice. Yeah, I might have to look into that, especially like you said, if you can really get through it without having to rely on teaming up and stuff like that. Not that I'd be against it.
Your companions follow you and get like it's literally a single player game that they let everyone play together.
That's cool.
So speaking of single player games, God of War Lo-Fi has a release date confirmed for Feb 16th, 2027, which is kind of a bit far away.
we got about half a year?
Not excited when these AAA games are like, we've got a release date. It is so far away that you will forget about it. Like, you will genuinely forget about it.
Oh, that's definitely going to happen for sure. It's one thing for it to be a multiplayer game that people are waiting for to play with their friends or whatever. But yeah, for a game like this, it's like...
I just indie games do like, oh, we're releasing in 6 weeks, in 8 weeks. Like, it's I'm really excited for this, and like I can count down the days type of thing. Like, but for like a GTA or that I don't know if they're just looking for more marketing. They don't need it. I don't know what the reason for it is. They're just they're competing like with so many other things coming, like that are actually coming out right now. They could easily just do 2 months beforehand. Like, if they were to tell me because what is it, the Game Awards in December or whatever, if they were to do a release a trailer then saying Feb 16th coming, like that would be really hype. But
and people would, again, like you said, be counting the days down at that point.
Whereas like right now it's like, okay,
sick, I can
we'll
forget
worry about that
next
year. That's next year's. That's like literally next year's problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
one other thing about this is I was looking through getting article stuff, and I saw one headline for the release date of God of War Lo-Fi, that it said God of War gets new release date with Kratos being the main character, and I'm like, what a lie and clickbait title. It was so weird, and it was clearly that this game, and I read in, and it was this game. Just like, what? Why are people so against Kratos' story being finished, or not the main focus anymore? It was real weird to me. I just wanted to point that out.
I don't know. People are scared of change. I don't know. It's very weird. People are very weird. And for the clickbait stuff, I've talked to a few people about this who work in that space, and it's just like people complain about when you do clickbait titles, and then you don't do them, and no one clicks on anything, and you're like,
right,
like what? What do you want?
Yeah, and where's the middle ground? If it's going to literally result in you not getting any traction, then why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah, there's not going to be a middle ground. It's like, hey, you don't like us doing this, but you're clicking on it, so that's what we have to do. Like, that's just how it's going to be until you, as the reader, the consumer, change your ways. We can't change. Us, the reporters, us, the people that make content, can't change our ways until you change your ways.
Yeah,
because everything's algorithm based. Everything's like based on viewership and stuff. Like,
yep, I was just going to say the algorithm eats it up. That's the same thing with like gaslighting and rage baiting out comments in comment sections. That is literally just feeding the algorithm and making it look like you are doing the right thing.
I can't remember who, but it's like China or the EU or both. trying to outlaw endless scrolling algorithm feeds, especially for people that are under 18 or children, essentially. I think that would fix so many websites and how bad the stuff is.
Yeah. It definitely should be a thing. I don't think it's healthy, even for anybody, not just the younger generation, but it would definitely help them a lot.
Well, I find this is so off topic of games, but I watch a lot of. I'm subscribed to a lot of like game news, game releases, and studios on YouTube, and I hardly see them. I have to click on their profiles and see what their latest videos are because YouTube keeps recommending random stuff. Like, especially if someone sends me something and I click that and watch that video, that is what YouTube is going to show me for the next like week. They're like, you watched that video, so we're going to send you all this. I'm like, someone sending me a video is not change everything that like change my personality.
I have so many thoughts on that. It's crazy. I don't watch things because of that. People will send me videos and I will look at the thumbnail and I will determine if I want to even pull it up because I know it will adjust my whole algorithm. And I hate that because one of my community members, Cam, he'll send me videos left, right, and center, and he's into some bizarre off the wall type stuff. And he'll come in and he'll be like, "Hey, did you watch that video?" I'm like, "No, dude, I did not." And it's because I don't want to be shown that for the rest of my existence. And you know, it's like nothing towards them, but it also should. I think it should be like if somebody shared something with you and you glance at it, it should not be like, yeah, this is what you love now. This is the only thing you're going to get fed.
Which is so funny because then if I go watch something that I actually want to watch, it's still like I have to watch it 100 times before it starts showing me the things I actually want to get. But the one video from someone is just like, this is your life now.
Yep. And that's a big thing too, is like, aren't our algorithms supposed to be curated like over time to our interests? Not, okay, they veered from the path, let's go that way completely.
Enough about that. Resident Evil. That's cool.
Yeah, this isn't game news either.
They got a new movie. September 18th, it is coming out.
Yeah, apparently it's been getting a lot of bad feedback because it's not a true to Resident Evil movie. It's, you know, there's no
it looks
Leon
like a
and
good
all that
movie. I do understand what people are saying. I think if you're going to use the Resident Evil branding, why isn't it Resident Evil?
Right. I mean, it is set in Raccoon City. They are like giving homage to things like the typewriter from the original games, looking for ammo, finding a gun on the wall. Like they've shown all that in the trailer. But it definitely, like, this is some random dude who's delivering a parcel and he's coming into Raccoon City, and like, it's not from the trailer. It's looking like just a really, really crazy horror movie.
Yeah, it looks like a horror movie that they've stamped Resident Evil on. And if it's good, that's great. But it does look like, hey, we needed some branding to make this movie sell.
Yeah.
Let's stick Resident Evil on it. I do get what people are saying. It looks like a good movie, though.
I want to see it, but yeah, it probably could have not had the name.
It looks very... I don't want to say this and mean it in a bad way, but like it looks like a generic horror movie, like with creepy limbs moving ways they shouldn't. Like it didn't feel like a Resident Evil horror to me, which is much more about dread of knowing
the virus,
that like like the risks, and there's a few mutated zombies and other cool things like that. It just felt. It felt more like it felt like a generic monster horror.
Yeah,
and that's just from the trailer that I got. I haven't seen it yet.
I do think it's going to be good. It's Zach Kreger who did Barbarian and Weapons, which I didn't see Weapons, but I saw Barbarian, and that was pretty bizarre. I mean, it definitely got me. I think he does a good job, so I think it's going to be good. But We'll see how it makes us feel towards Resident Evil.
We will see. I think it's going to be a good, decent horror movie. I think people that are Resident Evil fans want more Resident Evil, and I think they've shown that with all the Resident Evil they consume.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, and this isn't an attack on people that make Resident Evil. It's not an attack on the people that make the movie. It's just, I think it's studios so worried about making new IP that, and this is happening with all the Avengers stuff, like, they're so worried about that, they'll just like, all right, we'll just make more of what we already have. We own this IP. We're going to sell it until... Like, it doesn't... Some of it doesn't even do it. Like, Disney makes stuff that does bad all the time, but they own it, so they're just like, well, that's what we're going to do. Like, with all their live action stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So... yeah.
Like I said, we'll see.
My end of... section thoughts for that is I think it's gonna be an okay movie. I do agree it's just too far departed from the games that are coming out right now in the Resident Evil universe.
Oh yeah.
And the games are knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, especially since like these games are way farther down the line now too. Totally different settings and whatnot, and now we're revisiting a setting that was back in the late 90s, of Raccoon City, and I guess it does take place like right around Resident Evil 2, so
something like that, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So personally, all I think this can do for the Resident Evil brand is hurt it. I can't see how it makes the Resident Evil branding world universe better. There's way more to lose here than gain. It's a strange risk from a studio, but that's what you see studios do all the time these days.
Right. I mean, again, like you said, they've been knocking it out of the park lately. Capcom has been really on top of it, so they've got to see something that we're not seeing. Hopefully.
Maybe, but like, do they even own? Did they sell the rights ages ago for like film stuff, and it's actually another studio doing it?
I mean,
because that's what happened with Spider-Man.
I don't know.
I would love to look into that. We can look into it right now.
Yeah. I don't even know how to search that.
Well, so Capcom did have something to do with the live action ones featuring Mila Jovovich, and the CGI ones on Netflix. So like, it sounds like they're still involved, but I don't know how involved they might be.
Yeah, a quick Google said that the live-action film rights are owned and controlled by a German production company called Constantine Films, distributed by Sony. And Capcom owns the IP and games. But, again, this is just a Google answer, so who knows how true that is. I've seen some of that to be wrong.
Don't get me... I can't think of examples right now, but there was some really bad AI wrongness that me and Callum were looking up the other day. It's just like, is it even a little bit true?
Yeah. Well, so I went to Wikipedia, which again, I don't know. It says the German studio bought the rights to adapt the series to live action in 1997.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could have nothing to do with Capcom then.
Well, I reckon they probably still have some sort of sway. But yeah, this is
they could just do a sign off like, yeah, we don't like it, but go for it.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked if it's not much to do with Capcom, they're just trying to like, hey, we need a hit. This IP is doing well, let's brutalize it.
Mm-hmm. I hope it's good, and I hope even if it doesn't,
I think it'll be a good horror movie.
Fans,
I don't know if it'll be a good Resident Evil movie.
Right. I'm not. Like I was going to say is I hope it rings true enough to just people in general that it does well enough and doesn't actually hurt the Resident Evil name.
I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll find out. September 18th. You'll see us back here in like 12 episodes, however many until it is September 18th. And Ronnie's going to go to the cinema and he's going to have his popcorn and he's going to tell us all about it.
Maybe.
But okay. I am going on another adventure into the world of The Witcher. One of my favorite games. I'm excited, but also very scared because I'm going to have to, like, I can't just play The Witcher 3. I can't just jump into the DLC. I need to play The Witcher 1, 2, and 3 and the DLCs again. That's how I have to do it.
I mean, I feel that. So
I do the same thing. I'm going to retire, and early retirement to be able to get all this done because those are... Witcher 1's not that long of a game, but Witcher 2 is pretty long. Witcher 3 is really long.
And who knows how big the DLC is going to be 11 years after the last DLC, which is still crazy to think about, especially with Witcher 4 coming as well. Like,
the game holds up as well.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't beaten Witcher 3 by any even stretch. I've tried it twice.
If you start now, you might get up to it, get up to the part when the DLC
comes out. Oh yeah, I mean, the DLC comes out next year, right?
I think so. I think I said 2027.
Yeah. So basically, they're doing the first look at the game, like the content of Songs of the Past, on August 25th at Gamescom, and people will get to see what to look forward to, I guess. I like the game. I'm
also excited for Witcher 4 and this is like the God of War thing. People really upset you have to play as Cirilla. I'm like, are you kidding me? Ronnie hasn't played a damn game.
Oh, well, listen, I watched her training, okay? Okay? It was a weird time in my life, and I got like 10 hours.
So you get to play as her in some parts of The Witcher 3, like some cutbacks and stuff. Okay. And it's really fun, and like it's going to be good. Like it's gonna have a really good story. I don't know why we need to play angry old whitish man all the time.
People are so hell-bent on not changing things. Change is good a lot of the time.
Yeah, and these same people will 100% go play Claire Redfield in a Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. Can we just let people who make the games, who have made really good games, know that, like, hey, Cirilla's going to make an awesome thing? I do understand that everyone just wants to play more Geralt. He's a really cool character, but I don't know.
But how much more can we take? You know? Like, you
at
don't
least
want it to
more
get to the point...
with.
Yeah, yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe that's why this is coming out, to stop them from bitching about it. But yeah, like it's gonna get to a point where it's gonna just feel like the same thing again, like with God of War. Like I don't want to. When I went from God of War 2018 to God of War Ragnarok, and you had to like re-level up and relearn stuff, it did feel repetitive to get back into the swing of things with Ragnarok, and I don't like that with games that are continuations where they kind of like balance you down after you've worked so hard on the first title. So like at what point does it just
Hollow
feel
Knight
like
did really good with that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey,
it's a tough thing to do though, especially in games, like certain games. And I think that would be the same thing with The Witcher or with God of War. It's like, okay, wow, we just spent hundreds of hours on The Witcher 3 and did all this content, and now Witcher 4, okay, Geralt's level 1. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's forgotten how to do his magic in between games somehow.
That's what I said when I beat Metaphor yesterday. It's like we go into the later cutscenes. It's like, oh, it's been so long. All right, that's the setting for Metaphor 2. We're all level 1 again because we forgot how to fight because Peace has been around. Like, I don't know. It's just let change happen, and then we can flame them if it is bad. You know,
it's almost as if like the second version of games or sequels need to follow different characters so you can do level 1. Otherwise, just make it like, hey, this is like a really big standalone expansion, and you are starting from level 46.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what Final Fantasy VII is doing. Like Rebirth, I haven't played Rebirth yet, but yeah, like you're getting just balanced hard to where it feels like the beginning of this game. Like, man, that's a tough thing for me to handle. Anyways, veering.
Hey, then we're allowed to veer. Jennifer English is stepping away as the English voice of the protagonist Gwendolyn in the Tides of Annihilation due to health issues. That really sucks. She's really cool.
Yeah, she's pretty great. Apparently, yeah, health issues. I don't know if it's like actual like health problems or you know, burnout. She's doing so much work. I can see things becoming an issue. They had already talked about how the new voice actress has already done some work for them to replace her to get caught up. They're not disclosing who it is yet, but apparently she is known. So, but they also were really nice about it, and you know, they said they completely understand her decision and wanted her to prioritize her well-being and things like that. So I understand. She's been working really hard and been in a lot of things.
I will say, like, from that side, looking for voice people is late for me. Looking for voice people is like when you find a voice like that you really want and you've sort of started already imagining the characters like that, it's so hard to change.
Yeah.
So I mean, that must be rough on the studio as well.
I was going to say, I don't know how far along they were. I know we've only had like teasers of Tides of Annihilation, but in any capacity, I can see that being an issue, especially if they're like, we landed it. Like we've got the peak protagonist right now. Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, no, it's rough. So, all the best for her, and hoping she can just take a break and get things up. Maybe she did just do too much work and needs to like rest, because people can tear their voices up pretty hard.
Oh yeah, and I mean, if anyone listening is familiar with her work, I mean, you can definitely tell she goes all out with a lot of the stuff that she does. When she, you know, voicing Mael in Expedition 33, the raw emotion in her work is definitely really good. So you can imagine like how many takes it takes to nail something like that, how much strain that is putting on them in general. Yeah. So hopefully it's burnout and not something more serious. And hopefully she comes back stronger than before.
She doesn't seem like a person who would stop for burnout. She'd finish her project and then not book something else. That's that. So I think it's probably more of an actual health issue.
Yeah.
I would hazard a guess, but I don't know.
Other work that she's done that I guess is completed for anyone interested. What is it? Emberville? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that's the Co-Carnage one, right?
Yeah, that's coming out. She's a part of that. A lot of big names are a part of that. A lot.
I'm glad that they got all the people in it, and I'm sure it's going to be a good game. But it really caught me by surprise, them doing the big reveal of that, and it just felt like, hey, we're paying to be relevant.
Yeah, and I saw that the early access is only going to be like the very beginning of the game, and you're not going to have access to. And it's been talked about for so long. I felt like we need a full game now, because I've been following it for a couple of years, and I don't know how long this stuff takes and how deep into the development they are. But yeah, you're only going to get like access to Act 1 in the game when it comes out, and you've got all these big names. I think you're right. Like, it's like paying to keep it from people moving on.
It's not. Yeah, I'm not big on early access for story based and this type of stuff. I would want a full game because I'm just not going to touch it till it's a full game.
Yeah, especially with we were talking about like this game. It doesn't look like this is a very story driven game, so that means it's not going to be like procedurally generated content where you could play through it in early access and then come back and it'd be an entirely new experience. You know, that's why I'm waiting for Enshrouded and things like that to go 1.0 because I don't want to have to play the same stuff again. There's too much to do. There's too many things to touch.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'll be the same way. I was definitely interested in it, but now seeing that it's going to be a very small chunk of the game that's planned, I'll be waiting too.
And I fully get that for people. I think there's going to be a lot of people that want to support it, and that's fine too.
I'm down for that, yeah.
I personally think they're either doing a marketing thing of doing the early access as marketing, or maybe they're running out of funding. Because if it's taking this long and they're putting that much into the voice actors and stuff, that's got to be costing money.
Oh, yeah. The names that they've got, it's not cheap. And I'm sure the development is not cheap
either. I do
either.
have some numbers of... I can't talk about it because it's NDA, but I do have some numbers of a few other games that I know people that worked on who worked with like Critical Role type people and things like that, and how much they all cost. And it's big numbers.
Yeah. So
also not as much as people would think, but like when you add it all up of like
how many
this actor plus the other 40 that you need to get for a game, like the amount that's spent on voice acting for these story-driven voice acted games is so much money.
It all adds up. Everything does. Excuse me. Okay. That's it for the news for us for now.
I'll bring up one more thing, which is Kobold Press is bringing out some Daggerheart stuff. They're usually known for D&D things. I think this is just a growing trend of tabletop stuff heading more towards being a bit more open and less about D&D, which I think is a good thing for the industry, but it also is a good lesson in you reap what you sow, and if you get too greedy, people will not buy your thing no matter how much everyone was addicted to it.
Oh, yeah, it looks good, too. Court and Shadow.
So...
Okay, nice.
You were the chosen one, Wizards. I don't blame it, Wizards. It was definitely Hasbro, but yeah. It's... I personally like to see this stuff. So that's the end of the news, because I forgot to put that in the thing, but I did want to talk about it. So, if you wanted to chat to us about anything, I don't know, did we have any comments in the last 2 weeks?
I will be completely candid.
Check.
I did not look. I'm so sorry. We will look for the next one, and we will address
Ron's going to look right now while I do...
yes.
Talk about stuff, which is you can review us on Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, YouTube, wherever you want it. You could... mail, you can send weird mail to Ron's house directly. You could email us at, what's the email again?
What? Oh my gosh. Podcast at afewdragons.com.
Got it. Yay. So yeah, do that. We will be, at least for the A Few Dragons side, because we both are involved in there. We'll be having merch soon. We sold a bunch, and I think I showed it a few episodes ago, but we are getting that store live, and we are going to be selling some cool things.
Yes.
For now, it is going to be in the APAC region and not the US. I was looking into how to get stuff sent to the US, and then some weird country decided to add 12.5 extra % of tariffs to Australia from Australia.
Ooh.
So it'll cost us even more to send to the US for now. So we're going to hold off on that, unfortunately.
That's gross.
But if you live basically anywhere else, we're gonna have some stuff for sale soon, and I am so keen because I really like the products we're making, design wise specifically. And if you like our games, then yeah,
I will find a way to get my hands on stuff, even though I'm in the U.S. I'll do it.
Yeah, it might be that we just have to get some stuff made over there to sell. I don't know. It's one of those things of we're a small company, but we do want to offer some cool things. If any of our games do really well, we want to offer like cool collector's editions, even if it's like a small run for just the people that are really interested. And we need to learn all this stuff for when we're going to have physical products for tabletop, and that needs to be done.
Yeah, it's better to learn now than scramble around while you're trying to do it for that.
Yeah.
Looking through Spotify and YouTube, I'm not seeing any new comments on the latest stuff. I don't know about Pocket Cast or Stitcher.
I don't know if you can do comments on them. I know Apple Podcasts would be the one to have a look. But yeah, so those are the bits. Yes. We have releases, games, they come out, they do things, we play them. And sometimes not for very long. In Ronnie's case, sometimes far too long.
Yes. Sometimes I got people asking me like, what the heck? I thought you were going to beat this game a week ago. Well, you know what? I'm never going to touch it again, most likely. So I like to be thorough. Okay?
You are a monster of your own making.
Listen, hey, if a game makes me cry, then I'm all in. Like, I am going to play it until I feel like I've beaten it bloody. So,
would you cry if like you got like the world record for doing a raid and then the game took it away from you?
Maybe. If I was, that morally gray. Yeah, I mean, I do spend a lot of time on games, but that's neither here nor there, all right? What's here is Storebound going 1.0 as of July 16th, which was almost 2 weeks ago now. I never heard about this game. Apparently, it went into early access back in November. It is a 1 to 3 person co-op puzzle horror game. It looks pretty cool. I want to play more co-op games like this. I would be willing to put it on my radar because it is not an expensive game either. It's got mostly positive reviews. Retailing for $8 US. It's on sale for 20% off for the next 48 hours.
But are you wishlisting it in which category? Like your super want games or your I'm interested games?
It would go into co-op gaming, and that would be
you got. See, you are the type of person that's going to have these weird categories, and I'm just going to be like, give me one list, and that's fine.
You should see my categories on Steam right now for like organizing my games. I've got for like action adventure, completed, 100%ed, Metroidvanias, I don't care about it. Like there's a bunch of different categories for just how my games are organized. And then I don't even use it. I sort them by recently like obtained or played.
No, that is fair. Our next one is Moss, the Forgotten Relic.
This looks like a really fun game.
Yeah, my only note is the key art looks so like Pipsqueak.
It does.
Which is a game that my friend is making. It's like the opposite thing. I think it's just like mouse plus sword all look same.
Yeah. Wasn't Moss a game before? Yes. So this is like the third entry in the Moss
That's cool.
game series. Because there was Moss and Moss 2. Yeah, Moss 2 came out in 2022. And the original one, oh man. I knew I recognized this from somewhere. Yeah, 2018. So this game is
Moss 2, photosynthesis.
Yeah, this game's been out for a while, but this one, I don't know if it's the same because I haven't played any of them, but it looks like a great like platformer. And I like platformers.
if you like the Ratchet Clank Crash Bandicoot, Banjo-Kazooie, I think you would really like this kind of stuff. And I'd say this is a little bit more tactical just from like watching the trailer and whatnot. But like that same platforming story, kind of zany vibe of things, and like having to jump on things, hit things to open doors, and all that kind of platforming stuff. If you liked that, it seems to have that vibe, and it looks cool. It looks fun.
Yeah, it does look fun.
Very positive.
We got now a game that I put on here. I don't know if it's gotten like any kind of recognition really, called Fading Echo. It came out July 21st. It looks like a mix of like action adventure open world with Splatoon looking elements, where you like control and manipulate water to trigger things in the game. It looks interesting. I didn't deep dive into any actual gameplay of it other than the trailers that I saw, but it looks like it's like a high action, high speed, again, more platforming, traveling around as like this sphere of water and interacting with the world elements. Looks really fun. If you like, again, like open world sandboxy feeling stuff with platforming and some fighting, this will probably be up your alley.
It gives me like, if you enjoy Hades, you'll enjoy this type of vibe.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if it looks like this is like a persistent world, right?
Yeah, if you enjoy the combat of Hades, you would enjoy this. Hades is a roguelite, this is a open adventure. But like, it just has that kind of like quick dash and slash vibe to me.
Yeah, for sure, 100% actually. And you know, if you're like me and you like progression, there's a skill tree and all kinds of stuff, and that would be enough to just keep me in it. So
fair enough. Yeah, you are one of those people.
I am. All right. Next, this is a game that it looks like it would be a lot of fun with friends, called Tears of Metal. It is a solo or up to four player co-op game where it's set in like the Scottish battalion. You're basically, it's like Dynasty Warriors meets Braveheart. You know, you're just beating your way through hordes of enemies.
It's Scottish Warriors.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks fun. I've seen a couple feeds on my TikTok of people playing it. It's one of those, you just throw your brain in the back and just go and just murder out a bunch of enemies. Yeah, it looks a lot of fun. It came out on July 22nd. Into early access, I should say.
Early access. If I'm not one for that Dynasty Warrior type of thing, but I know some people that like just love it, and I think it is a lot of just like they just want something fun to play that they can turn off for a bit after work. This looks like that. So if that's what you're into, go for it.
Absolutely. I've been unfortunately pretty far disconnected from like the Dynasty Warriors type games. I never even played like the Hyrule Warriors games, which I thought in my head I would be all on board, but that kind of game, I don't
think they have enough story for me, to be honest. And I don't know. There's a lot about them that's not for me, but I can see why they're for other people.
Yeah, it's just brainless. Get in there and relax after a long day type of game.
Another thing that's not for me, but I really like the world, Avatar Legends, the fighting game, which also came out July 22nd or July 23rd. Sorry. It looks very familiar to basically every other anime style fighting game that's come out recently.
I put this on here for two reasons. One, because you like Avatar, and two, hand-drawn 2D animation. It looks awesome.
I am, a side note that I do know a lot of the people that work on this. The people involved, I believe, have worked with the Saudi games stuff. And also, who's that publisher? They're heavily into AI and doing AI for development and stuff. So I don't know how much of this is hand drawn.
Oh, that's disappointing if that's so true.
I have not. I did check before coming on. I saw you put it on here, so I did have a look to see if there's anything written about it. That is purely just me knowing some of those people. It could be all kosher, but that is like the warning that I'll give for people that care about that stuff. I am someone who does, and because this has nothing to do with like the original people that made it. It's like it's Paramount funded. It's made because they know it'll sell. And I can see people really want to. It's mostly positive. I would hope for a very positive for this game if it was to do things. They don't even have a launch discount. How sad.
You'd think they would. No.
Yeah. So
it's got the name. They know they can get away with it.
Exactly. Yeah, I would just caveat with that. I'm a little bit dubious about like the intentions going into making this, and I do love the world, but I just there's things I can't support, even if it's kind of like, I don't know for sure.
Yeah, well, now that I know, I'm going to do a little more research too, or that you've brought it up. Now I'm going to do a little more research myself too, just to see. Because, yeah, for those that do care about that, and I do care about it as well, you know, we try to do our best to be transparent when others aren't, for sure. We'll see. Hopefully it's just Paramount trying to get money and not using AI to do so.
So the mostly positive, I think there's a lot of people giving reviews that, like, it's Avatar, they like it. But there is a lot of reviews that are saying the graphics feel unfinished. There's a lot of balancing problems. There's just combos and stuff that don't work properly. There's quite a few of those reviews that I can see.
So feels either rushed and unpolished, or something deeper that people aren't actually
from what I can
developing
see. People say if you want like just a fun Avatar game, it will scratch that itch. If you're looking for a much more deeper fighting experience, like you would expect from these type of things, it's not there yet.
Okay. Another game I put on this list. This was a game franchise that I wanted to love, and it is a great franchise. But it was one of those games that's like, you're going to spend hundreds of hours in these games because they have like never-ending mechanics, which is this game's called Disgaea Mayhem. It looks to me, and I put it in here, as like a Mario Party-looking action game where you've got like this board and stuff that you're going through, and you're doing like these mini battles, and you're leveling up and mastering weapons. I don't know if it's so much a Mario Party game or it just really looked like it to me. Mario Party style game, I should say. But the Disgaea games are notoriously known for like your character can get to level 999, then you can like fuse them with another character, go back to level 1, keep all your stats, and go back up to level 999 again. And it's like an endless gameplay loop that I knew that I couldn't really dive into any of these games without it being my identity. So it looks fun.
Fair enough.
If you're into the series, definitely check it out. It's got mixed reviews. People are saying it's very overpriced, and the preview looks fun, and it's not everything that it should be for what it costs. But I mean, if you're a fan, you're a fan, and if you buy it on Steam, you can always refund it after before 2 hours of gameplay.
They might be changing some of those rules. I can't remember. There's some countries fighting back on some of the refund stuff. As always, Steam is up against. They're the giants. I was looking. We were looking for some stuff to play with Archer this week, and there was just so many games that we had a look at it and we're like, we need to get 3 copies of this. It's just not going to happen. We're going to go play something else. And if it was a $30 game, that's different. But like, there was just so many things. Like we wanted to get the Lego Batman, and it was 110 AUD, or I think it's like 80 USD. And I was like, that it's no one's buying that for their kid. And it is, I think it's a kid's game first. When I can get like the Avatar, like we've got like an Avatar adventure game for him that costs $30.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he's going to get the same playtime out of it.
I was just going to say he's going to get the same exact amount of time out of it, and probably never think about it again after that.
Oh no, he has replayed that so many times.
Well, that's good though.
He really likes Avatar. Like we're both really into Avatar. But yeah, like there's just like I can go down to the store and pick up so many things for like $30 or $40, and there's these games that are like I'm trying to get like if it's like The Witcher 3 for just me, I can justify that. But we've been looking more and more of like things all 3 of us can play together. And if you're going to be selling your games at $70 to $80, I'm not paying like $200 plus for us to
multiple copies,
for us to all play together.
It's
that's something I really like about like It Takes Two and things like that. They've got the friend pass. You buy one and you can play with someone.
Yeah, that's such a. I mean, for a game that like those that you have to, right? There needs to be a solution there.
Well, I think that's the thing with a lot of the games we're looking at, that you don't have to play with someone, but like that's where a lot of the fun is.
Right. It's not going to be the same experience by any means. So,
and like we're just looking for stuff to do with the family, and like it's unfortunate.
It's not it. Yeah. All right.
Dinoblade, I think it was someone.
Yeah, this game. Apparently, it's good. It's like a Souls game meets a dinosaur holding a sword in its mouth.
I think I did see this. Like, there's gonna be people that like that type of silly fun, but I just don't have. I want something with a bit more staying power in my mind, I think.
Yeah,
and that's just me.
When I first saw it announced, it looked so janky that it could be good. And see, a game like this still for a $20 price point still seems too much for me, because it is going to be one of those games that I either play for a few minutes and I'm like, okay, no, or I'm going to play it and then probably still have buyer's remorse because I played it.
I'm looking at the video and like there's quite a bit of polish gone into it, so like it probably deserves its price tag. I'm still not going to get it.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's got very positive reviews, almost 1,500 English reviews. I think that's just... Oh, it's only showing me English reviews. Anyways, yeah, it looks like it's come a long way from when it first got announced. Again, I probably won't get it, even though I am a Souls enjoyer.
Yeah.
Just, I'll watch it, I think. That'll be that. But yeah, if you like games like this, it is a Souls-like game, difficult combat, so to speak, and you're a dinosaur holding a blade, and you fight with it. So go check it out. This is a quick one. Final Fantasy X 10-2 got a Nintendo Switch 2 release. It came out.
I've already got a Nintendo Switch 1. I don't think it needed a Switch 2 release, to be honest.
Yeah.
They'll make some money off of it, and that's what the whole point is, I'm guessing.
Yep, and it's as far as I know, it's just a port. It's not. There's no enhancement or anything. I mean, this game's at this point so old. It's a PS2 era game originally. So
what is that a port? Like realistically, right.
like exactly. So grab it if you want it on the Switch 2, and you don't have it on the Switch 1 or PC or whatever.
Okay, next game is Forsaken Realms, which is it looks like your standard medieval magic RPG.
Mm-hmm.
if you like that, I think it looks right. It's got mixed reviews. My little pet peeve is games like this that advertise, the first thing they advertise is like, define your play style. I'm like, yes, you can play magic or swords or shield. Like, we get it.
Yep. Unprecedented customization.
Yeah. So, it looks cool though.
It looks like you would expect it to look in an action RPG. You know, you're wandering through areas, fighting off groups of enemies, moving on. It looks interesting. You know, if you're looking for something to play, this could be one of those things. Yeah, it's got mixed reviews. It looks interesting enough in the art style.
A lot of optimization stuff. Like it's just not performing well. So I'm gonna guess this is an game made in Unreal. That seems to always be the case.
Game engine. Will it tell me? Unreal 4.
There you go.
Piece of cake.
As soon any other engine, you don't see the instant backlash of like we're having performance problems, because there's people like, I've got super expensive graphics card, game's running terribly, and it's just
one of those reviews just saying I got a 4090 and an i9 13900K, I barely get 50 FPS.
Yeah, and it's just like, those people are getting those cards because they want stupid FPS. And if the game's like 50 FPS is completely playable, but if that person has that hardware, it's because they're looking for more than just playable. Whether that's right or wrong, that's the experience they're looking for. And a game that looks like this should do that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By no stretch is this game visually
breaking the barrier,
showing me that it's taxing on anything,
unfortunately. So well,
check it out, see if it's something up your alley. If you want it, get it. If not, wait or don't. Another game being recycled. Go ahead.
We're gonna give like 10 seconds to this game because Microsoft sucks. They're re-releasing Halo and calling it Campaign Evolved. It's a terrible name. I don't think it needed to be made. A lot of people who I know are really into Halo have already got the Master Chief Collection and are like, okay.
So this is another re-release. Okay, people are going to argue that it's rebuilt from the ground up and it looks way better. But dude, what is that going to do for me? It's not.
I'd rather
it's $50 base.
Yeah, it's just I don't want to spend the money on it. I don't.
Yeah, and this is just the original game. So the Master Chief Collection, you get all these games. You're getting a remade version of the original game at a $50 price point. I'm gonna say no.
I think there's a review that sums it up very nicely. It's soulless and in most places unnecessary. Graphics look nice though.
Yeah, that's
exactly what it is.
Yep. Oh, all right. Yeah, we gave it more than 10 seconds. Let's go.
No, we gave it 20 seconds too much.
Yep. Mistfall Hunter comes out tomorrow. It's a action RPG PvEVP extraction action game.
This game
looks great. I won't play it.
Yeah, this game will be great for a week until the player base dies and they're like, wait, we couldn't be the most competitive one of these? And it's just...
Yeah, it looks fun, but the moment I saw PvP extraction style gameplay, it's like, yeah, I love competitive games, and I'm a sweaty gamer when I want to be, but this kind of game welcomes such bizarre behavior, and cheating is going to be a very big thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can just expect all this stuff, and it's not worth my time. I don't know about everybody else, but I won't be entertaining it.
The
myself.
problem with those types of games is like me and Noble already have Apex, and that's the game that we play for that. Like we want to shoot some stuff, turn off. Like we're not looking for a new experience in that. Like that game comes out, like that is our thing. And when you're bringing out that type of game, it's not like, hey, we can go play this for a week, finish the story, and do it. Like, no, you want to be our new forever game, but you're not going to be our new forever game. We've got our forever game.
Yeah.
And that's what all of these try and do, and they fail miserably by not understanding that.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And when you introduce all these punishing mechanics of like, yeah, you go in here and you grind and then you die and lose everything and you don't get to keep stuff. Like with Apex, there is no... you get skins, you know, and stuff like that. You're not fighting to keep your guns for the next game and stuff like that. It, you know, I don't know. I played Tarkov and stuff like that, and I'm spent on that. And again, it invites such a weird mindset of gamer too, with, like I said, griefing and cheating and all that stuff that I just won't.
Yeah.
I'm about to reinstall Apex to play with y'all for real. So I can get some kind of lighthearted competitive gameplay.
Oh, we're the least competitive. We are. It's just a fun game to move around in, and like we were saying this on Noble Stream, it's just like it's one of the only ones where like outside of the fighting, it just feels good to play because of how well they did the movement and like getting around the like there's
the
no
movement's
jank.
always felt great. Yeah,
and because it came from Titanfall, which was like one of the best like movement action games ever made.
Yep.
So, all right, Truxton Extreme. This is kind of a classic looking game. I haven't played one of these in so long, but I reckon I'd give it a good. How much is it? It's got a demo.
It's got a demo. Yep. I put it on here because it is like Ikaruga, you know, and Gradius. These games are not that relevant anymore, and it looks fun. I used to really enjoy
co-op mode.
Yeah, I was gonna say I enjoyed these games when I was younger, especially when you could play with somebody else. And it's got the typical upgrade drops. You got to grab them to get your upgraded beams and homing shots and all that. It looks like a fun pick up and put down game.
Yeah,
I don't know the price point
of like picking up like when you were younger and doing that. Like we've been looking for games. Like Archer's had his friends over, and we've been looking for games for, and Archer's my kid for those who don't realize, that he can play with his friends that have like split screen co-op, and so many don't. Like it's Nintendo do all right, but it is so hard to find like things that are doing that these days. And Nintendo first party games, I should say, are doing it because it's Nintendo, and they're like, yeah, go buy your 86,000 Joy-Cons and play multiplayer games. So they all do it, but anything third party is just like, nope, go online, go one Switch per person, one console per person. Like, I'm like, no, we're not putting the kid online. We'd actually like them just to play on one screen, thanks.
And the investment just keeps on multiplying at that point too. That's tough.
I don't like it. It's more of a safety thing. Like I'd rather him be playing local with multiple controllers, and I'll invest in the multiple controllers.
Yeah.
And like I understand that this is a unique problem for people that have families, and especially young families, because you don't want them playing online. Yeah, and stuff.
But it's not so unique that it's a minority thing. You know, it's definitely something that should be thought about.
Yeah. So that was my tidbit.
Lucky Truxton Extreme has local co-op.
Yeah. Lucky last, there's a game called Mimicry coming out July 30th. It's made by my friends over at Wayward Skies. It is a prop hunt game. Ronnie, you should get a bunch of people and play it on stream. Do it.
Okay.
Stop being a wimp.
Oh, what? It looks fun. I am a fan of prop hunt, so it speaks because I have not played Mecha Chameleon. That's how much of a fan of Propon I am, that I haven't played one of the most viral games.
So Mecha Chameleon is much more. You find your one place and that's your space for the thing. This is run around, like it's much more chaotic and memeable. No, they're both memeable in different ways. They're just different games. They're both hide and seek, but they play so differently. Like this, you have abilities to try and escape if you do get caught, and you can go try and re-hide and things like that. And it's really fun. I 100%. You should go give it a go. Okay. I believe it's going to have a pretty cheap price point. I think I know the price point, but I'll let the game come out and you guys can see. 1 day and 20 hours. Get on it.
That's quick. Well, maybe Noble and I can do a thing with it.
I'd say you'd want at least 6 people for like a really fun. I've played. How many hours do I have in it? Just looking.
Keirron's big on party games and social deception games and stuff, so I'm betting it's going to be high.
I love it. I have 124 hours for a game that hasn't come out.
I thought it was going to be more along the lines of 50.
Well, I had to work it out because I've got the demo and the play test and like all the different things, and it gives me different play times for each. I'm like, oh, fucking weird. Where's everything?
Nice.
No, it's really fun. So I that's actually, funnily enough, we get Archer set up on laptop and do play something online, but he has to be in the room with us. He can't be.
Right.
It is a much more set up thing. And
yeah,
we've played that with him.
Okay.
So it's good fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on it for sure. Oh, I looked up Mimicry.
Like 4 games with the name.
Oh my gosh! I was like, $5. No. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna add it to my wish list.
Look, it was wild for them to compete with games already out, but that's what they've done. I love them regardless. All right. That's us for this week.
Yes.
I hope you had a fun time. I have succumbed to putting up with Ronnie so you guys can listen to us talk. But no, we have a fun time here. We would love to read your comments, especially about a lot of the games and stuff we talked about. Specifically, like a lot of the game industry stuff, not necessarily industry, but like game world stuff, like I'd love to hear people's opinions, and we can talk about it and just see where people are at. Love to hear people's thoughts on the Resident Evil, if they've kind of got the same thoughts as me, or if people just don't care and they just want to watch it.
Yeah,
review us on Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, YouTube, everywhere. Pocket Casts, mail Ronnie. I don't care.
Yeah,
get us your thoughts.
This probably would be a good episode, like to get some of your feedback on for sure. There's some stuff that we are looking for what your thoughts are, because there's some potentially, I wouldn't say controversial,
I want to know
high opinion
what people do with are people going to use the categories? Tell me if you're going to use the categories, and what are your thoughts on the Resident Evil movie? I want to talk about that next week. Next one.
Yeah.
Until then, play some games.
We'll see you.
Catch ya.